Welcome to my YouTube channel at Alexandru. Watch the following clip carefully and you will definitely appreciate it, learn something from it and understand it. Clip author, YouTube channel creator Alexandru. Video format, images, text, speech, videos. Upload date on YouTube, 19/02/2024. Once again I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Stay with me in the next few minutes, and you will definitely understand the quality of this clip and the interest it holds. In this clip I will talk, discuss, analyze and show you about 10 innovations that will change the world in this century. Okay, let's beat it. Profound social changes and technological leaps make the difference between truly important innovations in science, energy and health and secondary inventions, or improved versions of current technologies in use. The newest innovations are ready to make a significant contribution to development, with a major impact on people's current lifestyle. Robots that will revolutionize surgery. Robots that will revolutionize surgery. Although partially robotic surgery appeared only at the beginning of this century, currently, in certain surgical fields it has completely replaced traditional interventions. And now he is ready to change the perception of surgery forever, writes Business Insider. In the past, surgeons had to make large incisions to reach certain organs. This often means large, ugly scars and long recovery periods. Today, robotic technology, called the Da Vinci surgical system, is ready to revolutionize surgery. In some areas, it has already done so. Robotic surgery allows doctors to perform complex procedures using a minimal incision. It is also much more precise than any surgeon, and patients request this kind of intervention because the recovery period is reduced. However, for now, robotic surgery is not ideal for every condition, but it has replaced traditional interventions in fields such as urology and gynecology. But it is also increasingly used for cardiac or complex interventions. What is the most remarkable about robotic surgery is that the field of applicability and the way of working can be extended to the so-called telemedicine and remote operations. Practically, this means that a patient could be operated on by a robot controlled by a remote doctor. Another possible option in the future is represented by making a single, small incision, probably through the navel of a patient, and then a robotic cord will be inserted through this incision to perform the operation. Augmented reality through contact lenses. Augmented reality through contact lenses. The future of augmented reality is not represented by a smartphone screen or glasses, but by innovative contact lenses. Innovega develops a model of contact lens called iOptic, which represents a crucial step in the technology necessary to perceive the augmented virtual 3D reality. These lenses can also improve normal reality vision. Using nanotechnology, contact lenses allow users to perceive reality as well as information provided by the internet or another source. And Google recently presented Project Glass, a glasses project that takes all the functionalities of smartphones and places them on a device that resembles a pair of glasses. In general, with the help of augmented reality visualization technology, the user can modify the natural reality around him at will. With the help of voice commands and an electronic display, it is possible to take pictures, video chat sessions, display GPS guides, or alert the user when he is close to someone he knows. Neither iOptic nor Project Glass are fully completed. The projects are still in development. Also, these products could be powered wirelessly from a smartphone. An innovation for life, oxygen foam. An innovation for life, oxygen foam. When a person cannot inhale enough oxygen through the lungs, death usually occurs. Each of the human cells needs oxygen to survive, and when there is not enough around it, it ceases to exist, writes Business Insider. An innovative substance, called oxygen foam, and developed by Dr. John Kyer, a researcher and specialist in emergency interventions at Boston Children's Hospital, and his team, could extend the body's ability to survive in the conditions of non-operational lungs by providing of oxygen directly in the blood. The foam is created by enclosing small oxygen particles with a layer of fatty molecules to form small bubbles, using ultrasonic waves in the laboratory. The foam contains up to 90% oxygen. This invention represents a new approach in emergency medicine. The effect does not last forever. However, the foam must be administered at an interval of 15 minutes. Also, the foam is not similar to blood transplantation, an operation that requires the lungs to function in order to supply oxygen to the body. Foam injection would, however, give doctors time to insert a breathing tube or connect the patient to a machine for artificial respiration. If it works in studies on larger animals, the researchers hope that this foam will reach emergency rooms, where it could be used in combination with other currently available treatments. In these situations, a few extra minutes of oxygen are enough to save a life. Printing skin cells on burns. Printing skin cells on burns. Scientists at Wake Forest School of Medicine are making advances in the technology of printing epidermal cells to treat burn wounds. A few years ago, They were inspired in this innovation by inkjet printers. They started from the idea that if they inserted skin cells into a cartridge of a regular printer, they could transfer these cells to the damaged skin. Moreover, they started the experiments even with the help of a jet printer, and using cells instead of ink, writes Business Insider. One of the printing techniques involves a portable bioprinter that could also be transported to wounded soldiers on the battlefield. With its help, the wound caused by burns can be scanned, cells can be taken from the patient, and a section of skin can also be printed. Another technique involves a three-dimensional printer of cells and other materials for skin reconstruction. How to turn human waste into water vapor. How to turn human waste into water vapor. The zero liquid discharge system, created by engineer Nauman Nassef, uses the heat of an engine to convert waste water. It is an invention developed over 7 years and which cost thousands of dollars and could revolutionize the process of purifying human waste accumulated on cruise ships, trains and airplanes. You can find a demonstration of how the system works here. Nassef's invention was recognized last year by Popular Science magazine as one of the top investments of the year. Currently, the model has undergone improvements and is much more compact. Nassef is currently looking for investors for the large-scale production of his invention, writes Business Insider. A blood test that will revolutionize cardiovascular medicine. A blood test that will revolutionize cardiovascular medicine. Every year, approximately 17 million people around the world die from heart attacks or strokes, but the situation could change very soon. Scientists have developed a simple blood test that may be able to predict if a person is at high risk of suffering from a heart attack in the next 2 weeks, writes Business Insider. The ability to diagnose an impending heart attack has long been considered the holy grail of cardiovascular medicine. The test, which would change the perception of this, was carried out following a study published by the journal Science Translational Medicine, which measured the system of circulating endothelial cells, the cellular interface between the circulating blood and the surrounding tissues, on a sample of 50 patients who arrived at the emergency room after some attacks, and 44 healthy volunteers. The circulating endothelial cell system participates in the mechanisms of homeostasis, controls vasomotor tone, circulating cell traffic, maintains blood fluidity, regulates the permeability and formation of neocapillaries. Researchers have observed that in patients who have suffered a heart attack, they are more abundant, abnormally dilated, misshapen and often appear with more nuclei, which indicates that they offer a prediction for obstructive coronary diseases. A heart attack occurs when a blood clot forms in an artery that blocks the flow to the heart and damages the cardiac tissue. Cardiologists believe that an attack usually begins a few days before a clot forms, when blood vessel walls weaken and abnormal endothelial cells begin to cluster. Possible cure for cancer. Possible cure for cancer. An amazing thing that young people possess is the ability to imagine possibilities that adults, imprisoned in much more pragmatic things, do not have time to materialize. Many times they are told that something is impossible and, nevertheless, they are stubborn and achieve amazing things. Angela Zhang, a 17-year-old student, imagined a new technique that can be used to counteract cancer. Her idea won $100,000 in the math, science and technology contest sponsored by Siemens. See here how the treatment works. The young woman believes that nanoparticles of gold and iron oxides can work, administered correctly, as a catalyst against cancer, directly attacking stem cells. A Stanford University professor was Angela's mentor. During the more than 1,000 hours she spent trying to prove her theory, the young woman wants, after finishing high school, to take courses in chemistry and anatomy. Solar cells that can supply energy to entire cities. Solar cells that can power entire cities. Researchers at Solar Junction have. Alexandru, thanks for viewing. If you liked the video, don't forget